presentasi ini sebenarnya sangat menarik karena ketika di satu sisi tadi Prof. Anis menjelaskan bagaimana Pinang itu membuka daerahnya untuk industrialisasi, membuka untuk international trade zone, dan bagaimana Pinang mendapatkan banyak income daerahnya dari aktivitas perekonomian tersebut. Dr. Azrin tadi memberikan informasi yang sangat simetrisal dan menjelaskan bahwa ketika kita dalam eksploitasi, we should not forget the sustainable exploitation. Dan sangat penting bahwa kita bisa menentukan limit yang tepat untuk tidak mendapatkan lebih banyak dampak negatif dari bagaimana kita mendapatkan economic benefit dari tourism dan ekonomi tadi. Then I think there's one very interesting phrase that you mentioned before, saying that limiting means preserving for the future. So limiting does not mean that we're losing some profits, but we're actually preserving the profits that we can get for our future generations. Jadi tadi poin yang sangat menarik sebenarnya disebutkan sama Dr. Azrin. Terkadang kita berpikir bahwa ketika kita melimitasi atau membatasi profit atau pendapatan yang bisa kita dapatkan, kita sebenarnya kehilangan keuntungan tersebut. Tapi sebenarnya tidak yang kita lakukan adalah kita menyimpan profit tersebut untuk orang-orang yang ada di masa depan. Jadi tidak boleh kita ambil semua profitnya untuk orang-orang yang di sessions. Jadi sekarang kita akan beranjak ke sesi tanya jawab. Mungkin kita pertama akan memberikan kesempatan untuk 3 penanya. Yang ingin bertanya boleh angkat tangan. Nanti panitia akan berbantu untuk berikan mikrofon. Silakan. Tolong state nama dan asal institusinya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. My name is Sister Haliza from Master of Economics at Tadulako University. Thank you for all of these insightful presentations. Previously, Associate Professor Dr. Anis Ali mentioned Dongala's strong potential for developing a sustainable blue economy, especially through its marine tourism. At the same time, I'm sorry, I apologize if this is kind of sensitive for some parties. The region is facing environmental pressure from category C mining activities like sand and stone extraction, which could lead to coastal pollution, harm marine ecosystems, and also human respiratory system. I am wondering, how can Donggala balance efforts to promote a sustainable blue economy with the environmental risk that came from these mining activities? And what more practical steps can the government and local communities take to mitigate these impacts? And lastly, this inquiry might be specialized for Associate Professor Dr. Anis Ali. Are there any lessons from Fina's experience that could be useful or applied for Donggala to address the similar issue? Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, okay. Terima kasih Siti Nurhaliza. Siti Nurhaliza itu #1 singer Indonesia. Alright, tadi Siti nanya itu how can we balance, right? Between the mining industry in Palu and also with the sustainability. I had the chance to go to Donggala I think 2 times. So I passed through the mining area. Wow, it was a big. Yeah, I was trying to get a picture of that mining area last night to put in the slide, but I was not able to. I think probably you agree that the mining area is not in a good situation, right? I think even to go through the bridge, I think the last time because of the flood, everybody had to come to the other side. Pastinya ada pemerintah yang control, definitely with the mining. But I think maybe the pemerintah government of the Palu have to take more initiative to control the mining site, right? Because on both sides, you can see from the mountain area where they mine the land to get all these valuable things. And then on the other side, there is the harbor. Betul situ. Itu kan yang gunung galangnya di sini, diambil tanah, kemudian dibawa langsung ke harbornya di seberang jalan. Itu waktu orang lalu, itu pagarnya buka ya, maka kelihatan di dalam ngeri sekali. Kelihatan kapal yang besar-besar yang gede-gede kayak gitu, apalagi yang sama dimasuki tanah segala macam. I was surprised. I think maybe of course the government has been controlling the activities, but I think they need more control in terms of that mining thing, right? But of course duluan kita Penang juga itu kita juga kampung juga ini. Sekarang kita masih ada kampung. Kalau dilihat tadi yang petanya Penang, itu yang modernnya ada di sebelah yang kanan. Yang sebelah kiri Pulau Penang itu yang menghadap ke Sumatera, ke Pulau Sumatera. Itu developmentnya kurang, karena langsung anginnya agak kuat dari Sumatera. Because the development on that side is more on forestry, and then yang untuk dusun durian. So mainly by the people who have the money. Right? Even they have the small fishery areas on that side, they have to close that area and ask the fishermen to move to the other side of the island for the sake of development. That is the negative side of when we want to do this blue economy, right? Like Dr. mentioned just now, positive and negative, but we have to balance that. I think last year there was a talk by the United Nations people who came to Penang, and I was invited to attend the meeting. And Penang was awarded as one of the development category along the coastal side. So, but I asked him, of course, this is very good for Penang, but only certain people can enjoy these facilities. Right? Because semua orang yang bisa enjoy the facilities. Karena mau masuk, you have to go in, you have to pay, you have to do this, you have to do that, and they build in all these expensive luxury apartments. Those can only be bought by people with money. Right? Macam kita yang kurang bawah ni, terpinggir ke belakang. We are without the financial security, having enough, a lot of money, we are being pushed to the other side of the island. So I told that United Nation man, and he was surprised too, and he was speechless at the same time. I said, yeah, because all of us, even us intellectually, we don't have the chance to enjoy these facilities. Kayak Penang sekarang, yang pulau sudah hampir penuh itu digunakan. Sekarang dibangun di pulau-pulau yang baru. Ya, apa itu yang di depan desa itu sebenarnya pulau, tapi ditambah tanah, makanya dibangunkan gedung-gedung tanah. Sekarang ada 3 pulau baru yang dibikin di Pulau Pinang, itu projek long mission. Short term, ini long term mission. Itu mau bangun pulau itu kurang lebih 5 tahun. Itu kan laut kan, dikasih tanah itu, dari tanah diambil dari bukit mana bawah-bawah, dikasih pulau besar sekali yang di selatan dan dekat bandara. Yang di bagian utara itu shopping. Itu udah hampir 10 tahun, masih belum siap-siap projek. Ini besar sekali, mau bikin pulau baru, mau bikin tambah tanah baru. And of course, positif and negatif, kita mau memajukan kawasan, tetapi at the same time it will destroy the environment. It will destroy the environment, it will destroy the life of some people, their working life and everything else. But for the sake of development, that is what the government is doing. Right? The government is trying to improve the life, and definitely it will impact the economy, the life, and the situation, and the environment especially. Now in Penang, they want to start the MRT. Skytrain itu loh, itu baru mulai Januari. Itu orang Penang, kita tidak mau itu MRT. Kayak MRT itu kan, yang Skytrain itu kan dari bandara mau ke Johnstown. That will destroy a lot of the natural environment. Apalagi itu lagi jadi macet segala macam jalannya. Within that 3 years, they will complete this project. It will start at January. So everybody is anxious about this. Right? Itu oke sih? Jangan hanya ke proposal proposal. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Back to you, ya.
Ada lagi mungkin yang ingin bertanya? Silakan.
Mana yang mau tanya?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to ask to Dr. Hani about the blue economy. Especially, I want to ask about the blue economy. There is a very familiar in blue economy, especially for research area. It's a new research area. All plan research and all topics about the blue economy or blue economy. So in Central Sulawesi, there has been extensive foreign instruction. So I want to ask about the standard in the international financial standard. Is there any standard to resolve the coral reef degradation? And for green accounting, there is a carbon balancing neraca carbon. Is it possible to make the marine economy same as the green accounting? Is there any? I mean, how to measure this account in green? Okay, because in Indonesia there is no standard about this. So I just want to know how to measure in green. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Femi. Good question. So when we go back to the accounting standard, we actually have IFRS. Tapi Indonesia belum make IFRS secondnya. So IFRS, we have one standard, which is standard 1 and standard 2 on SDG standard, sustainability standard. This is not a solved from the task force of nature-related financial disclosure. So we are required to disclose any activities of the business in accordance to what you produce, the profit that you are selling, but more about how much impact do you have on the environment. Whether this is from the green side, which is the land environment, or from the blue side. How much contamination are you doing to the sea, to the river, and how much are you impacting for environments such as the trees, the forests, also the respective areas like farming lands, all of those have to be disclosed. The thing about the current accounting standard is somewhere different. We just do not report, we can report numbers saja. We do not just look at this is the pitch, this is the profit, or this is the cost. We do not just look at that. We also now have pictures. This is the impact before we set up our business. This is currently what happened after the business. So that is why if you look at green businesses nowadays, they always mention that our building is green foundation, green backed. We have sources of water from the rain, we have electrical power from the sun. So that is also being reported. How much has you saved? And this saving should be put into your respective accounts, financial disclosure, saying that this year we saved 20,000 amount of electricity because we converted into solar panels. Also, we also save several liters of water, and this is using the rain water usage in our organization or business. More than that, we also look at the environment. How much has you contributed to make sure the environment is preserved? So most of the big corporation. So in Brunei, we are always. So most of our big corporations are only one. So in Brunei, are the shells in here. So the shell company, they will tell us what do we do this year. Did we pollute the environment due to extraction? How much pollution did we cause? How much rectification or maintenance are we doing? And this is depicted, described in the specific outline, right? This is interesting to discuss about them over here. What is the impact, financial impact, especially? And getting back to again, question. So, in Brunei, we try to balance between monetary benefit and also the environmental impact. 10 years back, Brunei, if you look at the oil prices going up, you just export more revenue for the government. Since COVID, we realized that this is not going to be sustainable. We import, we export the resources only sufficient enough for our government expenditure. Then we rest. Then we go back in exporting, again extracting, when we feel that we need further funding. So we are controlling this cost in accordance with the extraction that we have because we feel that it's not going to be sustainable in the future. Why do we have this? I think around 5 years back, people of the international community was saying Brunei will have 50 more years before your oil reserve will be depleted. And it is alarming for us. What happens for future generation? How are they going to live? Where are they going to find sources of income? So what we did now is we have the timing where we only export sufficient enough to cover our government expenditure or our required expenditure. Then the rest of the time we preserve it. So we do maintenance, we make sure that we have no excessive extraction. So all this is done. So I think for you, when we talk about the stone and sand extraction, this might be something of a consideration. Tapi this wouldn't work if we just give it to the corporation. Corporation, if you give them saying that you are supposed to be sensitive to the environment impact, you are supposed to pay for this maintenance. They can report good things in the books, but they might not do it. We have greenwashing, now bluewashing. So they report something good, but they are not doing it. So what needed to be happening is your society, masyarakat, and also the government take care of this. Make sure that this actually happens. So you do regulation, you make sure that there's some portion of the tax which you get from this company to use for future preservation. Yeah. So if you are looking at the standards, we have IFRS standard. IFRS standard is the accounting standard which shows about what are the required disclosure if you are talking about financial disclosure for respective conservation of green and also blue. So they do not say that this is specifically for green standard and blue standard. They say that this is nature related financial disclosure. So it's both. As long as this is environmental, it will be catered under the green standard. Yeah. Hope that answers.
Thank you very much. Ada lagi yang ingin bertanya? Atau mungkin leaders from our campus universities, representatif, ingin bertanya kepada Dr. Cruz. Adik-adik mahasiswa. Ini tipikal dosen sekali kan, dan bertanya, Prof. Anis yang bertanya. Silakan, Prof.
Alright, tadi kayaknya ada mahasiswa juga ini udah kelihatan tuh, Dr. Bruce sudah minta, tetapi kenapa yang ditunjukkan ke kita proyeknya di Thailand? Kenapa itu? Pertanyaannya beliau, boleh? Dr. Bruce, I was talking with them. Why did you introduce about Thailand project, whereas we are from Vietnam? Can you explain to us?
Well, thank you for the question. It's an interesting question. I think it's one of the, we talk about how we win the market in Vietnam to make our university from 200 students to 20,000 students in less than 10 years.
we will do a survey. We learn one thing. I think if we can keep similar to Indonesia, the internationalization. So the student, the parent, also they want to study in an environment where students can be engaged in international community. So a few years ago, that we started many activity internationally, even for the Sika Center actually. That's the Vietnamese based in the Vietnamese University, run by a French professor, and they work on project with different universities in Southern Asia. And the reason why Thailand, because uh, the NGO, the Beta Cross organization that I mentioned in the presentation, is an Italy-based organization, but they have office in Thailand. And a little bit personal that the founder of the NGO that he spent some time in Thailand, and he wants to dedicate it to the fisherman village and the blue tourism in Thailand. So he looked around the researchers who can help, and it happened to be one of our experts. I think that's the example of how the world is today. Even though that you write about, we feel like a Vietnamese university run the project in Thailand by the Italian NGO and with the French professor. But I think it's good that in San Francisco today the same. We in Palu, actually somewhere that I rarely have a chance, but we get professors, especially in Brunei, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. So I think that's the trend. It's not limited to just one single location, but expert academic and NGO. That's the work we try. My question is quite general, but I think also reflect the trend today was. Do you bring this project back to Vietnam? I'm not the one who directly do this project, but I have a team to do so. So I as a manager, supervisor, I help out with what I can. They know more than I do. They're expert in yourself, and you know more than I do. So what I can do is that I facilitate the process to make it faster. And I think it would apply the same in Indonesia. That I think we want to make it through acceptable to step outside of just one single location, one city. Uh, and together, thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you for that. Okay, thank you very much. Jadi tadi sebenarnya yang dibicarakan sama bapak-bapak dan teman di depan ini adalah tadi Pak Anies bertanya, tadi kan sebenarnya Dr. Bruce asalnya dari Vietnam, tapi di penjelasannya itu menjelaskan tentang proyek yang dilakukan sama CTRAC. CTRAC itu adalah research center yang dimiliki dari Universitasnya Dr. Bruce yang melakukan kerjasama dengan NGO dan proyeknya itu dilakukan di Thailand. Jadi tadi pertanyaannya kenapa yang dijelaskan justru proyek di Thailand, while Dr. Bruce itu asalnya dari Vietnam. Nah mungkin Bapak Ibu dosen atau pimpinan dari Fokus Universities mungkin bisa menggunakan kesempatan ini untuk bertanya kepada Dr. Bruce sebenarnya bagaimana caranya kita memanage lecturers, memanage research-nya kita supaya bisa have more international collaborations dan melakukan lebih banyak international projects. Soalnya Dr. Bruce memang tugasnya di universitasnya berperan untuk memanage international collaborations. Mungkin ada Bapak Ibu dosen atau pimpinan dari Fokus Universities yang ingin bertanya tentang hal tersebut kepada Dr. Bruce. Iya, silakan menggunakan bahasa yang nyaman untuk digunakan Bapak Ibu, tidak perlu sungkan. Nanti Pak Anies bantu translate. Ya. Ada yang mau ditanyakan mungkin? Atau jangan sampai Pak Anies bertanya lagi.
Oh iya, bertanya sekarang. Kita untuk mahasiswa. Apa yang ada pikir bisa dilakukan untuk support this blue economy? What can you do as a student in Palu to contribute to the blue economy? Siti Nonita, depannya siapa yang di tepinya? Oke, kita biar jawab. Boleh. Yes, please. Silakan.
Hello, Dr. Bruce. You have signed papers, for collaboration. So in your mind, and I don't know, maybe you already have plans when you are in your country, what kind of mutual collaboration that you can offer to us, especially in the Faculty of Economics and Business at the University. There's, for example, joint research, for example, and maybe in terms of our students, is there a possibility that our students can also be in your class or any classes in your university or vice versa? And the next question is that in terms of, like you mentioned in your presentation that community is one of the key partners in creating a sustainable and healthy environment. What do you think about the characteristics of people from rural areas? I mean, with their own perspectives on how they adjust and also how do they interact with their environment. Is there, like, for example, the international standards that has been explained before? What is your opinion about that? What is your perspective? But the most important question is about building mutual collaboration. All right, thank you so much. Do you need me to reiterate the points? Good? Oh, it's okay. Thanks.
The second question for you.
I think well,
You can. That's really wonderful. Thank you.
All right, I think it's a great question. I think the number one, the first question is how we can cooperate, how we can promote internationalization. I think today is a great example. Today is a great example. You get a speaker from different background, different countries, different universities around the world, and to exchange knowledge and change knowledge. So we are doing the same and happy to all do the same. So I'd say 2 months ago I signed with 27 university. Professor Ayun was there also. And just right after that, from September now to the 6th day, with many activities together. And for your information, in 2025, only Indonesia student is the number one number of students visiting my university. Indonesian, Chinese, French. So English is number one. So I hope I can also students as well to visit my university. And the way we collaborate it can vary from a short-term program. You can visit 5 days to 1 week to 2 weeks. We can do the student change. The change in your student will pay the fee right here. And now AI University right now university change. Okay, so we have done with all the logistic things, pick up visa thing. So we have many types of collaboration from short term study for 5, 7 days to 1 semester to 1 year change. And I think one more thing is about joint research. In this the last 3 months of this year only, I have 5 different international conferences. Instead of I know you just Now, they didn't have a chance to invite you to join. But I'm sure that at the beginning, the sixth will send you an invitation to come to Vietnam for our conference. The fourth thing, we can do the co-teaching program. The co-teaching can be changed to the faculty member. Or if that is something that's a problem or barrier for we can do the online co-teaching program. I get assigned with the faculty economic or faculty business to do the co-teaching where your lecture and our lecture we change the teaching schedule. We have some online teaching together. The purpose is that our students can have an exposure to international education. They meet with experts with this lecture outside of their uh, sector, their culture, their style. So student exchange, faculty exchange, join with us. It's very thing we can do together. Maybe after this time, the need to explore what we can start. For the second question, maybe you could small to him to learn about the question. For me, from my view, so you see, I say that in the research and conducted by our system, where there is a part after all the research and the interview, an important part that we meet with the people in the community again to explain to them. Because the research will mean nothing if the local community don't understand that. So after the research, we visited 14 villages in Phang in Thailand. We met with the head of the village, the influential people, we share the fighting with them. And the purpose of the research is that people would mean for this research we find that the man, the very traditional form, the man do the fishing and earn the money and the woman to stay at home. So now the importance of the sea, the men have to work harder. They have to wake up earlier. They have to work more to go further, and they have to rely on children. How they do nothing for him, but they earn less. Why the woman just stay at home? So in the model, we suggest that the woman can be a part of the economy. So this is research that you part of food security and the woman empowerment. The woman can utilize. So, okay, back to the I think that sharing knowledge is important part to the community, to the rural community. So maybe simple. Thank you.
Thank you, So just continuing on from what you were saying, so we like to get these people are generally workable, and when we do the research, they might be effective. So the best thing to do is first is to meet all of the respective authorities that they have, explain that this is the benefit they could reach, and how they can actually also contribute that. This brings me back to in Brunei we have this program which is called as a product as a component. So what we do is we are trying to encourage tourism, but we face difficulties because some of the road they don't want to be border. Jadi jangan hidup saya. So what we face is it's not that they're resistant, they just are not comfortable. Yes, because they are sufficient enough. They are self-sustaining community. So what we bring them as because they're unique as part of the Brunei society. So we bring a program which is called Satu Products as a Kampung, which they showcase for this community untuk masyarakat ini produk yang special that we can actually introduce. So that's what we do with this program. So it really impact their life. They contribute and join the tourism efforts. But the most important thing is they preserve their culture. That is what they want. So that's one of it. In terms of standard or impact measurement on this, we do not have any. But from the governance point of view, if pemerintahnya atau the respective authorities want to do that, they can see what are the KPI index which shows impact on the society. Then we can do that. Yeah? I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you for your extraordinary explanation. And that actually leads me to further on. May I, Leah?
Please.
Yeah, like Anis mentioned, like ada cendol, ada kebaya. These are specific local products. And also, the doctor said that one village, one product. What kind of products? I mean, like here, as far as my concern, that if we say that local production, or let's say that micro and middle entrepreneurial activities, so the products just vary or dominantly food. I mean, probably based on your three of your experiences, maybe you can give us like some enlightenments and ideas, inspirational ideas, or what. Like for example, we all of us, like lecturers, need to go to conducting research, and then, for example, in Priscilla, she is one of the supervisor of micro and medium entrepreneurs, especially women. Yeah. So all of their products just mainly on food. So maybe there are some insights based on the experiences in your countries to share with us. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Di Malaysia ini, we have also this one product, one village one product, but it was not that successful because the villages something we don't want, we are doing our own work, and then we have a lot of old people in the village. Old people, they cannot do much. And I like Indonesian, the whole society, they have this photo and everything that keep them active, and then to check on each other. This is very good. Visited Thailand also, they have this one village, one product. Example, I'm not sure in Malaysia they call this kelapa Afrika. Yang kelapanya warna hitam itu. Di sini apa dipanggil? Kelapanya warna hitam ada di sini. No, ada ya. Kayak gitu di sana diambil buahnya dijual. Karena di village itu banyak pohon kelapa yang buahnya yang hitam. Kita akan membuat pasal ini. Ya, yang kecil-kecil kayak gitu. Bukan sawit, yang di dalamnya manis itu. Yang di dalamnya warna putih dan kayak jelly. Lontar. Oke. Lontar. Kayak gitu. Makanya di kampung itu banyak pohon kelapa kayak gitu. Makanya mereka produce, hasilkan output dari situ. Ada satu kampung itu banyak bunga yang kuning-kuning kayak gitu. Saya lupa apa namanya, the flowers. But they make use of that flower to make soap and shampoo. Alright, and the other village, they have a lot of that kayak ini, kayak Palu. Itu dianyam dibikin ikan. That is the end product. And another village, because they have a nice river, so they make ecotourism. So they use the sampah, right? They charge people want to be on the sampah. From the starting of the river to the end of the river, they charge about like 100 baht. 100 baht is 10 ringgit. Itu kayak 50,000 rupiah ya. Maksudnya naik sampah di sungai itu. So they take advantage of what they have in each village to produce the product. Not only product, not only food, but also that sampah thing, right, to cruise the river. That is very good idea. Right? So they make it, they call tourists to come, and for example, with that soap and shampoo, they make a nice center, nice viewing. So when tourists come, get off from the bus, they serve some drinks, and then everything, so everybody start to buy the product. Right, which is good. Even though it's food, go ahead. Kalau segala macam itu, silakan. That's the big industry. So kali dulu, lalu seperti kali dulu. Itu di Palu ini harganya masih lumayan oke. Kalau di tempat lain mahal. Yeah, itu is a big industry. So and then you can make a research and then try to promote this kind of festival of Kalido. right? Jadi di kampus kita undang saja ini karyawan yang ini kalau itu coba ini rasanya lebih bagus. Ya, itu aja. Terima kasih.
Maybe Dr. Bruce, do you have anything to share with us when you have them? Is there any similar program like in Malaysia and Brunei or so that they have one village, one product? Is there any unique product that can inspire our local entrepreneurs here?
Well, as I stated earlier, I'm not an expert on this one. I am more a manager. So what about I will connect you with my center who specializes later. We have a local team and an international team, and I'm happy to organize different sessions after this conference so that we can exchange knowledge between the Indonesia and the Vietnam, because that's the blue economy, especially on the tourism. So we got a lot of know that of tourism as the two professors here. Let me get the team to answer you in the with more accurate numbers. Okay. Thank you.
Just a small, so I get what you're saying. Kalau kita kan mana-mana juga saying dengan beberapa speech kalau mau bisa selalu makanan. Ya, tapi the thing about this is what I know Japanese thing, but the experience is more meaningful. So kalau kita di Indonesia proses desa. Yeah. So this is part of tourism where they are embedded in their culture and experience is the culture. And this is something we should actually also be connected as one of the tourism.
Thank you for the answers. Sepertinya mungkin tadi ada informasi penting jawaban dari Dr. Bruce tentang pertanyaan Anda, visual collaborations yang bisa dilakukan sama Bapak Ibu yang tanda tangan MOU. Jadi tadi disampaikan sama Dr. Bruce kalau institusinya Dr. Bruce itu sangat terbuka dengan segala bentuk kolaborasi yang ingin Bapak Ibu lakukan, termasuk tadi disebutkan ada bisa program student visit. Student visitnya itu bisa short term, bisa juga semester atau bahkan sampai 1 tahun. Kemudian juga bisa melakukan teaching program di mana nanti akan ada pertukaran dosen dari institusi Bapak Ibu yang mengajar di UIF dan juga bisa ada dosen UIF yang mengajar di kelas Bapak Ibu. Sekedar informasi, di kertas MOU tersebut yang sudah Bapak Ibu tanda tangani ada email kontak dari international office-nya UIF. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya ada hal-hal kolaborasi yang secara spesifik ingin di-request dengan UIF, mungkin Bapak Ibu bisa approach lewat email yang tertera di paper MOU tadi. Mungkin itu saja. I think this is the end of our session. We're approaching the most critical time of the day, lunchtime. So I think thank you very much for all the amazing and very enlightening presentations. So I think before we conclude the plenary session, I have actually 2 important key points that maybe we could conclude or maybe take from your presentations. Number 1, we listened to the presentations mentioning about the most important thing is balancing between monetary and environment benefits. So while taking benefits of the monetary, while taking monetary relief for the present time, we should not forget, not sacrifice what people from the future should or deserve to also get from our environment. So that's number 1. And secondly, the most important thing about doing the sustainable blue economy is about collaborative effort. In the Bruce presentation, you mentioned a lot how university actually plays a very vital role in the whole process of making sure that blue economy is done sustainably. How university could provide consultancy and also partnerships for providing solutions and real implementation for sustainable blue economy. But last but not least, Dr. Azri also has a very specific point explaining about the role of community based governments, that they also have a very important role in making sure that they participate actively, not only in terms of the economic activity, but also should have active participation in monitoring and also making sure that all these activities done in their areas are done sustainably and does not harm the community. So I think that concludes our plenary session today. Before we officially end the session, we'd like to invite you to take some photos for documentation with all our participants today. So please stand facing the screen and then they will all stand as well. Jadi sebelum selesai kita mau foto sama-sama. Jadi mungkin Bapak Ibu dan seluruh peserta boleh berdiri. Nanti keynote speaker kita akan berdiri di sini juga untuk difoto bersama-sama dengan audience. Yes. Yes, the cameraman will be here. So you will stand there facing the screen. So we'll take the pictures of all the audiences.
You have to go down. You have to go down.
Do you want? Yeah.
Mereka yang pertama ya.